Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, Cosmic Form of Bhagwan Krishna, verse 34. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, Arjuna, please get up and fight. Take the credit for the victory and gain the fame. After winning the war, enjoy the kingdom and all the comforts of that kingdom. Do not have any guilty feeling that you killed Kauravas. Already they are killed by me. In the sense, mentally I have killed them. They are nearing their date of expiry. Be an instrument in my hands. Savyasachin. This is very, very important. Be an instrument in my hands. Bhagwan Krishna, what is the instrument of Bhagwan Krishna? Nobody will think about that. Flute. Immediately they will say, without even taking 1 second. Bhagwan Krishna says, be an instrument in my hands. If one becomes the flute in the hands of Bhagwan Krishna, then the melody that comes out will be blissful to the entire world. Out of that person, if you become an instrument, then whatever Krishna gives, then the tune, that melody, it will be blissful. If not, if you are on your own, then what comes out of that instrument is melancholy and not melody. Everyone should try to become an instrument in the hands of Bhagwan Krishna. So, the acts performed by that person will be a joy for the entire society. That is what Bhagwan Krishna said in verse 33. Verse 34. Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratha cha Karnam tadanya nabiyoda viran Maya hadam tvam jagima vyadittaha Yudhyasva jeta sirane sapatnan. Again. Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratha cha Karnam tadanya nabiyoda viran Maya hadam tvam jagima vyadittaha Yudhyasva jeta sirane sapatnan. Arjuna had great fear from 4 people. One is Drona, second is Bhishma, third is Jayadratha, and fourth is Karna. All others are cakewalk for Bhagwan Krishna, for Arjuna. All the others, I can easily defeat them. But when it comes to Drona, when it comes to Bhishma, when it comes to Jayadratha and Karna, Arjuna had great fear. How can I defeat these Maharathas? Nearly impossible. This was the fear he had. He had some basis for that fear. Bhagavan Krishna says, Arjuna, leave your worries to me. Do not unnecessarily think. I will handle everything. You just do what I say. This is what Krishna is saying. First worry of Arjuna is Drona. Arjuna's worry about Drona was a great teacher. Drona definitely knows much more than what Arjuna knows. He is a teacher. During my school days, I was a very weak student in studies. They used to conduct half-yearly or annual exams. 1 month before the exam, the teacher used to give important questions in every chapter. There will be 20-30 questions in that chapter. He will say question number 2 is very important. Question number 4 is important. Only 1 or 2 questions. Then the school will declare study holidays. Who will study during study holidays? I made merry during those days. Enjoy. But just before the date of exam, I used to search for the books. That time only I will search, where is that book? Then I will somehow find that book, read only the important questions given by the teacher. In the examination hall, when the examiner distributes the question paper, my parents used to say first to go through the entire question paper, answer the easy questions, then attempt the tough questions. This was the instructions during those days. I don't know at present. So I used to go through the question paper. Then immediately I used to think this question paper must be belonging to some other class. That is, if I am in ninth standard, I used to think that this question paper belongs to 10th standard. The teacher has wrongly distributed. Then I used to turn, look left side, right side, and back. All the students will be sincerely writing the examination, except me. So out of 30 questions in that question paper, only 3 or 4 important questions which the teacher has given will appear. Balance will be some other question. So that too it will be only a 2 mark question. The 10 mark questions and all, never I studied. So I will blink. Arjuna, he might have thought in the same way. The Drona, his teacher, he is a great teacher, no doubt. But he might have taught only some portion of it. He may not have taught everything to Arjuna. In learning, there is no end. If Drona himself is defending the enemy army, how can I face Drona? That was the question in the mind of Arjuna. But Bhagwan Krishna had already planned the death of Drona. How his life should end. Already planned. Drona, like King Dasaratha, is very fond of his son. Knowing this, Bhagwan Krishna had devised a master plan. After Bhishma fell, Drona was crowned as commander-in-chief of Kaurava forces. Bhima killed an elephant by name Aswathama, and after killing the elephant, Bhima shouted, "I killed Aswathama." Drona was in the middle of a fierce battle. He could not believe his ears. He did not believe even Bhagwan Krishna. He looked at Yudhishthir and asked him, "Hey Yudhishthir, is that true? Tell me whether what Bhima said is true or not." Yudhishthir, he never uttered a lie in his life. First time he was forced to tell a lie. He said, "Yes, it is true that Aswathama died." And in a low voice, "But it is an elephant." At that time, Krishna made all the drums to beat. He ordered everybody to beat the drums. Then the last portion, "But it is an elephant," it was not heard by Drona. Drona got dejected. So he threw his bow and arrow and sat on the chariot. At that moment, Drishtadyumna jumped and drew his sword and cut the head of Dronaji. All this sequence was planned by Bhagwan Krishna already in his mind. That is why he is again and again saying, I have killed them all, Arjuna. Do not have any fear of Drona. Bhagwan Krishna at this point in time did not say all these things. This is the plan. Then second fear of Arjuna was Bhishma. At least Drona, he has to die. But Bhishma, he was not only the grandsire, but undefeatable. In a war against Parasurama, another avatar of Bhagwan Krishna himself, Parasurama had to run helter-skelter and was unable to face Bhishma in that war. Even Devas used to regularly ask Bhishma's help in their unending war with Asuras. Bhishma further had a boon that death will come to him only when he wants. Otherwise, it will not come. This is the greatest danger. This is the fear of Arjuna. Bhishma will die only when he invites death. Otherwise, he will not die. So, how can I kill Bhishma? Otherwise, Bhishma will crush the Pandava forces. In my view, whatever you think as your greatest strength, Bhagwan Krishna may puncture that strength and make it as your weakness. Similar to car tire. Car tire strength is the air inside the car tire. If you puncture the tire, then the air will escape and tire will become flat. It will become useless and shapeless. Bhishma's greatest strength was that death will come only when he wants. Bhagwan Krishna must have decided to make his strength as his weakness. This is my view. Bhishma must have thought, I am hale and healthy. I don't give any problem for anybody. I am managing my own affairs. So I can live for another 100 years. Already he must be 120, 130. But still he thought another 100 years I will easily go ahead. Bhagwan Krishna put Sigandi in front of him. And Arjuna was going on shooting the arrows. It pierced his entire body, Bhishma's body. He fell down from the chariot. If you want to know the pain of Bhishma, just take a pin and insert it in between your fingers and the nails. Just insert the pin. That's it. Then you will know what is the pain. This pain was experienced by Bhishma throughout his body. Lying on arrow bed, Bhishma must have decided on his own to leave this world. How long you can endure that pain? Bhagavan Krishna must have made him invite his death, like a cancer patient or terminally ill patient who wants to die at the earliest. Bhishma also must have wanted to die at that point in time. So much of pain. Again I am saying this because you have to take this with a pinch of salt. It is my view. Because this is the way Bhishma himself will invite the death. My imaginative view. So second plan is also ready. The most important thing is, if you read the newspapers, you can realize this truth. That is, a powerful politician was speechless for 2 years. A richest man, he was thrown out of the house. You can realize that Bhagavan Krishna can make the strength as weakness and weakness as your strength. So Bhishma was weakness of Arjuna. Arjuna, after defeating Bhishma, who will fight with Arjuna? Oh, he has killed Bhishma, greatest fellow. That will be its weakness has become his strength. That is the second fear. So second plan is also ready by Bhagavan Krishna. Third is fear of Jayadratha. Jayadratha is a different type of problem. His father's name is Vriddakshatra. I'm not sure whether I am pronouncing it correctly. Vriddakshatra was a king. He got a boon for his son, that whoever makes his head fall on the ground, that person's head will burst into hundreds of pieces. Drona and Bhishma, if they die, no problem. But if Jayadratha is killed by Arjuna, then Arjuna also has to simultaneously die. So what is the use of fighting this war? You are going on saying, Krishna, you enjoy the Rajya and also the comforts of this Rajya. But if I kill Jayadratha, his head will naturally fall on the ground. Then naturally my head will blow up into hundreds of pieces. Then where is the question of enjoying it? Hare Krishna, what are you saying? That must have been in his mind. Cutting short the story, in the battle, Jayadratha was the main reason for the death of Abhimanyu, the son of Arjuna. Arjuna vowed to kill Jayadratha before sunset of the next day. Tomorrow evening, before 6 p.m., I will kill Jayadratha. Otherwise, I will commit suicide. I will kill myself. This is what Arjuna said. They all came to know, Kauravas came to know about this. Next day, there was fierce battle. In the evening, it was around 5:55, 5:50. Duryodhana said, 5:50 p.m. Only little time is left. Sun is going to set. It seems Jayadratha has been saved. Arjuna has failed. So he will commit suicide. So don't allow anybody near any of the Pandava forces near Jayadratha. That was his order. Duryodhana was extremely happy. Arjuna is going to die and the war will come to end and I will get back the kingdom. Success was very, very near, just 10 minutes away. Then suddenly at 5:55, Complete darkness was there. And immediately they thought sun has been set. Sun is set. So, and the cry went loud in the armies. There was joy in Kaurava forces. And Pandava forces were very much depressed. Jayadratha, he was hiding himself in the chariot because only 5 minutes is left. So he stood up and saw the sky and said, "Ha ha, I am saved." At that moment, Krishna said, "Arjuna, send the arrow, kill Jayadratha. Sun is not yet set." This darkness was created by me. Krishna said. Arjuna sent an arrow which cut the head of Jayadratha. Krishna told Arjuna, "Send your shaft in swift relays so that the head is supported from falling on earth, and let it fall on the lap of his father." When everybody was seeing, the head was carried away by the arrows, like the plane landing. Everybody could see. When the plane lands, the nearest people near the airport can see the plane, how it lands. So the head went like the plane, and it fell on the lap of the father, Vruddakshatra. At that time, his father was in deep meditation. When he stood up, the head rolled down and fell on the earth, and his head blew into hundreds of pieces. Both father and son died. So third plan was also ready. So Arjuna is also saved. Fourth plan, fear of Karna. Arjuna had two fears on Karna. One, he had a kavach. Nowadays we are saying railways is going to introduce kavach for preventing accidents. So kavach was introduced in Mahabharata time, not in railways time. It is not new. First time it was introduced in Mahabharata, millions of years back. So there was a kavach system which will save Karna. He had a protective instrument from his son, from his father, sun god. He had a Shakti weapon for killing Arjuna. Karna, in spite of his bad company, had one good character. He used to donate liberally. Whoever asks anything, he will immediately give. It is important to note, those days, people did not ask more than what they wanted. They had a happy life, simple living. I want only this much. They wanted only, they were fulfilling their needs, and they were not greedy people. They were not greedy people. So most of them won't even take if you donate, because even today the people who take gifts, they used to chant Gayatri mantra, because the Papa will also come along with that money or something. Because how you earned, how will I know? So if I take a gift from you, I have to chant Gayatri Japa, maybe 1 lakh they will chant. Similarly, many people won't even take. Only a few will take who were poor. But they will also take only to the extent they need. Otherwise, somebody would have asked, Karna, you give me the kingdom, get out. Today, if Karna is giving, somebody is giving, immediately they will say, boss, you give everything, you get out of your house. Thank you. That is what they will say. Those days, they will not accept. Today, the government is going on giving money. Let us not get into that. They will ask what they actually need, and Karna willingly and happily gave them. Indra went under the guise of a Brahmana and asked the kavach given by sun god, which he happily donated to Indra. When Shakti Ayuda was used, Bhagwan pressed the chariot of Arjuna under the earth, and the missile missed his head, Arjuna's head, and hit the crown of Arjuna. So even today in Tamil, they say, if you escape from a danger, தலைக்கு வந்தது தலைப்பாகையோட போச்சு. That is, what was aimed at my head, it only taken my turban and not the head. So in Tamil also the same saying is there. தலைக்கு வந்தது தலைப்பாகையோட போச்சு. Karna lost his kavach, which could have protected him from the arrows of Arjuna. During the war, Karna's left wheel got stuck in the bloody mud. He wanted to lift the wheel and asked Arjuna to wait. Karna said, Arjuna, you know Dharma. Knowing Dharma, do not try to take unfair advantage. I am in a trouble. My wheel got stuck. Please wait. Let me take out the wheel and then show your profess. This is what Karna said. Bhagwan Krishna laughed at Karna. Aha, Karna! So you speak about Dharma. Karna, you remember Dharma when you are really in difficulty. Where was your Dharma when Draupadi was dragged by Dushasana to the court hall? Where was your Dharma when Yudhishthir was cheated in dice game? Where was your Dharma when Pandavas, after 12 years, came back and asked for their share of kingdom? Where was your Dharma when you mocked Draupadi and said, your husbands are useless, go and marry somebody else? Where was your Dharma when all of you surrounded Abhimanyu and killed him? Karna put his head down in shame. Bhagwan asked Arjuna to send a shaft and kill Karna, which he faithfully did. All this Bhagavan did not say at this point in time. So when he says, Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratha cha Karnam tadanya nabiyodaviran, he did not say anything. He says, do not worry about anything. Do not worry about Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, or any other king. All of them. Mayahadam stvam jagima vyadishtaham. Mayadam, I have already destroyed them in my mind. Tvam jagima vyatishtaha. You do not have any hesitation. Do not have any fear. Do not think all these people have got some wounds. All these people have got some kavach with them. Never think about anything. Yudhyasva, you just fight. Jetasi rane sabatna. You will conquer all your enemies in this war. Do not have any fear. Do not have doubt. You be an instrument in my hands. Do what I say. This is what Bhagavan Krishna is saying in verse 34. Again verse 34. Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratha cha Karnam tadanya nabiyodaviran Mayahadam tvam jagima vyadishtaga Yudhyasva jetasi rane sabatnan. Again. Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratha cha Karnam tadanya nabiyodaviran Mayahadam tvam jagima vyadishtaga Yudhyasva jetasi rane sabatnan. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana